What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You got your boy True Racer YT. First of all, let's get this out the way. This is a review for TT Island. Man, you're looking at some of the settings right here. We're going to go through pretty much all aspects of this game right now. Now, this game just launched today. I have actually had it since Friday last week. Huge shout out to Maximum Games, publisher of the game. They hooked me up with a review copy. So full disclosure, I did get a review copy. Now, even though I got the review copy and all that, under no circumstances are they influencing my review. This is all my thoughts. Now, I had seen somebody was asking about this game in the comment section on a different video I had watched, and they were asking, can you use the right thumbstick to throttle and brake? Yes, you can. As I just showed you on the screen, you got those different controller layouts. Type A is where you throttle with the right joystick and then you steer with the left joystick. And then Type B, and of course you can customize it too right there, but Type B is with the steering of the left stick, right stick is rotating the camera. At first I didn't know that myself until I started looking into it, and I was kind of mad because like you can't rotate the camera around. It kind of made me mad, but then I realized you can move the camera around like that. So although I would like it more if rotating the camera, you could, as you're rotating around the bike, you could look behind you, because that is one thing I noticed that was not quite on par, is when you try to look behind you to see what's going on behind you, you really don't get that ability. Now, when you have the controller set to Type A, where throttle is your right joystick, you can hit down on the D-pad and look behind you and have a perfect view. So that's something I would like to see maybe fixed up a little bit in a future update or something. And now, I've been trying to track down this information since last Thursday. I can't find it anywhere online. I've been looking, I've been contacting different people and outlets trying to find this information. As far as what the Xbox One X enhancements entail, it doesn't really exist. I mean, it does have Xbox One X enhancements, don't get me wrong, but as far as knowing, is it native 4K, is it dynamic 4K, and this is all the bikes in the game we're looking at. We're going to talk about that in a second. Checkerboard rendering 4K, I mean, what is it? Now, from what I can tell, it does not support HDR, and that's a disappointment. Even though my 4K TV does not support HDR, it's not good to see that this new game that just came out does not support HDR on a game like this. I mean, if it's enhanced for the Xbox One X, it should have HDR. Now, I don't know if the PS4 Pro version has HDR. Like I said, I couldn't find any information for resolutions, frames per second, for any of the consoles. PC actually comes out at a later date, I believe March 27th, if I'm not mistaken. But that is something that I'd like to see. I'd like to just know. I mean, playing the game, I think it is pretty much at 60 frames per second, because it's a closed circuit. And I mean, the circuit itself, the Isle of Man, is beautiful. And I'll be the first to admit, I honestly know nothing about the Isle of Man, what it actually is. And as I've been reading about it the last day or two, it is incredible. And unfortunately, I was not able to put this video in 4K. I tried to, but due to complications with my Xbox and my laptop and the inability of Upload Studio to support the use of 4K video, I'm not able to do it that way. I would have to use my laptop. My laptop just rendering 4K video and all that, it's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen on my laptop. So the video I'm putting out is in 1080. So just full disclosure of that, it's in 1080. So the game itself, whether it's dynamic resolution, whether it's native 4K, it does look very nice on the Xbox One X. Like I said, I do believe it is at 60 frames per second, being a closed circuit. Because most racing games that are on closed circuits nowadays are at 60 frames per second. Now, I did notice a few issues and hiccups here and there where it may be a little bit of frame rate drop. I wouldn't call it anything significant. I would call it minor, barely noticeable unless you're really looking hard. But this is the kind of stuff that can easily get fixed in an update if there is an issue there. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up and talk about is the bikes. As I showed you guys all the bikes in the game, I'm thinking a new motorcycle racing game. I wonder what kind of Ducatis they're going to have. Was I disappointed or what to see no Ducatis in the game? I mean, you think super fast, super sports, just extreme bikes, you think Ducati, and it's not in the game. So I don't know if they're planning that at a later date for an expansion or some update. Hopefully not DLC. I mean, if they are going to do paid DLC for the game, which I have no idea if they are or not, I hope that it is some incredible DLC and not just the typical extra track or two, couple new bikes, similar to what some of the other racing games do with car packs and whatnot. I would hope they don't go that route. I would like to see the game go on a route of giving you some new bikes, maybe a new track or two every now and then as free updates. Because the thing about it is in any game, when you split between paid DLC to free DLC, when you have that paid, you'll have some players that get it, you'll have players that won't get it, and then if you put like Ducatis in the game and you put them as DLC, you're going to create some issues in the game because some of the Ducatis can be extremely fast and could give an unfair advantage to the people that bought the DLC compared to the people that just got the standard game. So that could be an issue. So my advice to the developers and the publisher, Big Ben, and I did catch the developer name. But I know I'm gonna butcher it, and I apologize. It's like Kloyntin, Kloyntin, something like that. Forgive me, I apologize. But this is right here the start where you're customizing your character. As you can see, it lets you customize your name. I did True Racer. You do a nickname. It doesn't have predetermined nicknames. You actually get to pick your own nickname. So I chose Speed Demon. I just thought that was kind of cool. And with the driver suit right there, I'm just calling it a driver suit. I don't know what you'd want, what the official term is. I just want something bright, something colorful, just something kind of lively. So there's all that to think of. But overall, when we get to the conclusion of this video, we're going to talk about, is it a buy it game? Is it a miss it game? What is it? I mean, and of course the number rating. We'll get to that in just a moment. But something else that you need to consider, this is not a game that a race is 1, 2 laps, 4, 5, 7, 8 minutes. These races can get to be quite long, more of an endurance type situation. So if it's gonna be a game that you're gonna, if you got the time to play and you're really gonna sit down and play, you're talking 30-40 minute laps. And that's just from the little bit that I played. It could be even longer if you have more laps, etc., etc. So keep that in mind as you get into the game. But overall, I would say if you enjoy racing games and you want something different than your standard car game, and we could talk about any one of those, but if you want something a little bit different and you enjoy the racing games, I say this is a good outlet. It's a good feature. It's a good game. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm saying everybody should buy this game, because it may not be for you. It is classified as a simulation game. However, you're not able to really set your I'm losing my train of thought, my words. But like on most racing games, how you can adjust the steering sensitivity and stuff like that, handlebar sensitivity, you're not able to do it with this game. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully they're gonna do something about that in an update, because it kind of feels arcadish when you do it like that, in my opinion. So I think we should be able to adjust our handlebar sensitivity. You're able to adjust your wheelies and stuff like that, so you can do wheelies or not. I didn't get no footage of it, but you are able to do it once you change your settings up. But overall, I'm going to go ahead and give the game 8.5, because I do feel like it is a good game. If you guys enjoyed the content, let me know. Drop a like, let the developers know you like what you saw, and feel free to drop a comment. And yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It is a good game. It's just got a few issues that could be improved to make it a little bit better. And I hope for some free updates. Alright, I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe.